Have you ever been asked to give up your seat in a restaurant? I just finished the worst shift of my life. 12 hours at the hospital, 2 cardiac arrests, 1 patient we couldn't save. My scrubs were still damp with sweat when I walked into Murphy's Diner at 2 in the morning. This place was my sanctuary after brutal shifts. Same booth in the corner, same hot chocolate with extra whipped cream, same ritual of decompressing until my hands stopped shaking. The diner was dead quiet. Just me, the night cook Larry flipping eggs, 1 server named Beth reading a magazine, and 2 truckers arguing about gas prices up front. Perfect. I slid into my usual booth and ordered my drink. 20 minutes later, this guy in an expensive suit walks in with his teenage daughter. Designer everything, shiny watch, the whole deal. The kind of guy who probably never worked a day shift in his life. I'm scrolling through my phone when I hear footsteps approaching. "Excuse me," he says, standing right next to my table. "You're sitting in our booth." I look up confused. "Sorry? This is our reserved booth. We need you to move." I glance around the empty diner. There's literally 12 other booths available. "There's no reservation system here. It's a 24-hour diner." He waves at Beth behind the counter. "Tell her we have this booth reserved." Poor Beth looks mortified. "Sir, I just said you could ask if it was available. I can't make customers leave." The guy turns back to me with this fake sympathetic expression. "Look, can't you just be decent about this? It's my daughter's birthday. We've sat in this exact booth every year since her mother passed away. She died last spring from cancer." I pause. The girl is clutching a small balloon and looking uncomfortable. My heart softens for a second. Then he adds, "Besides, you've clearly been sitting here long enough." That did it. The fake concern, the manipulation, the entitled attitude after I just spent 12 hours trying to save lives. I stayed seated. "I'm sorry about your wife," I said calmly, "but I just got off a double shift at the hospital. I watched someone die tonight after doing CPR for 40 minutes. I haven't slept in 28 hours, and this booth is basically my therapy. There are 11 other booths. Pick one." His face went red. Unbelievable. The selfishness of some people. He stormed to the front booth with his daughter, making sure to say loudly to Beth, "I can't believe how rude people are these days. No respect for grieving families." I tried to ignore him, but he kept shooting dirty looks my way and making comments just loud enough for me to hear. Some people have no compassion. Probably never lost anyone important. Taking up space when families need it. After about 10 minutes, the daughter got up and walked over to me. She was maybe 15, with tired eyes that looked way older. "I'm really sorry about my dad," she whispered, glancing back to make sure he couldn't hear. "He does this everywhere we go. My mom isn't dead. She's at home watching Netflix. They're divorced and he got weekend custody. He just hates when he doesn't get his way, so he makes up stories about her dying." My jaw dropped. "Are you serious?" She nodded, looking embarrassed. "He's been telling that story for 6 months now. Different restaurants, movie theaters, even at the DMV once. I tried to tell him to stop, but he says it works." I looked over at him. He was on his phone, probably posting on social media about the rude nurse who wouldn't move for a grieving father. I pulled out my free refill voucher from my purse and handed it to her. "Happy birthday anyway, sweetie." She smiled for the first time. "Thanks. And I'm sorry you lost someone tonight. That must be really hard." When they finally left an hour later, he made sure to glare at me one last time and mutter, "Hope you're proud of yourself." 2 days later, I dragged myself back to Murphy's after another rough shift. A car accident victim who didn't make it. Same booth, same ritual. But when I sat down, I noticed something new above the table. Someone had laminated a small sign and taped it to the wall. "This booth is reserved for anyone who just needs a break. No questions asked, no excuses needed." Beth came over with my hot chocolate before I even ordered. "Larry made that sign," she said with a smile. "Said anyone who saves lives for a living deserves a place to sit in peace."